Chris, what is our fifth main topic today?
Our fifth topic comes from Boonstag. So there's a rumor going around. Oh, you did? Yeah. There's a rumor going around on Reddit, see box office, that Black Adam has been banned from releasing in China because in a GQ interview with Pierce Brosnan, he is shown wearing a necklace he was given by the Dalai Lama. If this is true, it's likely Black Adam will make less than the $500 million it needs to break even. So again, if this is true, does Hollywood need to abandon trying to release movies in China? And does this mean that Black Adam was a flop? Let me know what you guys think and bring on the filthy.
All right. Thanks a lot for sending that in. Now, it needs to be completely clear, like absolutely completely clear, that we have not gotten any legitimate information regarding whether this is true or not at the moment. We just don't have that right now. And this is all coming out of a Reddit thread. Right now, what I've come to understand is that this Reddit person accurately called out when another movie was going to be banned in China, and then the little later the news came out that it was banned in China. So this I want to put this big preface at the beginning. This may be true, it may not be true, but the reports are going around out there that Black Adam has been banned in China. Now, of course, it was only near the end of October that word came out that Warner Brothers was able to secure a Chinese release. And that's not an insignificant thing, because as we talked about before, in China, the Shazam movie made $43 million in China. And right now, with where Black Adam's box office is, 40-something million dollars will absolutely become the difference between Black Adam being a money loser or a profitable movie for Warner Brothers. So that Chinese release part became pretty significant. Not that Black Adam absolutely can't be profitable if it doesn't play in China, but 40 to 50, and listen, Dwayne Johnson's a much bigger international star than Zach Levi is. So 40 to 50, maybe even $60 million is not out of the question. That was going to help a hell of a lot. I would not be surprised to find out this is true, because China has been very, what's the best way to put this? China has been very skittish about, that's the most diplomatic way I know how to put it, skittish about which films they will and will not let in. And they have found a lot of different reasons for banning movies before. And now let's be clear too, China only allows a certain amount of movies to be in there. So just because a movie doesn't play in China doesn't mean it was banned. But according to reports, this movie already got the green light to play in China. And then apparently some people saw Pierce Brosnan doing an interview wearing a medallion that was a symbol of the Dalai Lama, and that's no bueno in China. And apparently that got a whole series of dominoes going. It's kind of this. Again, if you believe the report. So let's for a moment, for the sake of this discussion, assume that the report is true, just for the sake of it. If true, this is a very big deal for Black Adam. If Black Adam had made $350 to $400 million after its first 2 weeks, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But the fact of the matter that Black Adam was still sitting at about $250 million after its second full weekend, which is when, by the time a movie makes most of its money, and it needs to make $450 million to break even. I know some people are reporting it needs 500. It doesn't need 500. It needs 450 million. It needs 450 million to break even, and it's really questionable about whether it'll get there. Rob, that whatever amount of money that could have come out of China, that becomes really, really vital. And so if this is true, and that's a huge if, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this. Number one, what do you think is the credibility of the report? Do you think this is actually true? And then if it's true, how significant or not significant do you think it is?
Well, I think that, like you point out, they are skittish about certain things. And Chinese social media, if this is true, Chinese social media, especially the people on Chinese social media, will be all over it. They'll blow this up. We'll hear a lot about it. News reports will come out. If it isn't true, or if they don't care, or if it's not affecting anything, we won't hear about it. But the netizens in China are very good at coming out en force, en masse, to make sure the world knows how they feel. And so I haven't heard anything to that effect now, nor have we heard anything out of Warner Brothers, whether it's going to be banned or not. But there's definitely the possibility. I mean, they get, that's right out of the Chinese playbook. And it would be affecting to Black Adam because 43 million is on the lower end of what you would expect, I think, from a big budget Dwayne Johnson movie. I haven't looked at what the Chinese box office was in his previous films, but it's a big deal. And like you said, Black Adam is a movie that's teetering on. I mean, they have more plans for Black Adam, but money talks, and it would be unfortunate, I think, if they don't get to make another one. But we'll see. But I think there is smoke here. There is smoke here.
Chris, if this is indeed true, if it is this a big deal for could it make the difference about whether we see another Black Adam or not, or is it a minor road bump? I don't know. How do you see it?
I think this is a huge deal. They needed this money. They needed to recoup because no matter what their plans are with Dwayne Johnson, this movie needs to be profitable.
Yeah.
Zaslav's axe swings and it swings heavily. And even though they've got a great working relationship, this is still a business. And at the end of the day, the films have to be lucrative, right? I am surprised that there's such a heavy, subscriber base of GQ checking these things out. And for anyone who's like, why would this matter? The Chinese government has an issue with the Dalai Lama just because they think that the Dalai Lama is constantly campaigning for Tibetan freedom. They have a very big issue with separatism in the nation. So that's why this could be an issue. And they found far less things to take conflict within films. So I can absolutely seeing this be a reason why they go, no, we're not allowing this in our country because of that one actor.
Look at John Cena having to go apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It can be for just an actor who's involved with it did one thing.
Yeah.
And therefore
Any kind of slight could affect this. So
yeah, it could be. And here's an interesting thing to keep in mind too. The Dwayne Johnson Black Adam film, which remind everybody, I had a lot of fun at. I enjoyed. I had a good time with it. But it's not one of this Warner Brothers movies.
Right.
Right? So I don't know that it's necessarily precious to them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, they got a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson potential franchise.
And they want to make money.
Of course, they want to make money. They want it to be successful. They gave the green light. They gave their blessing to let Henry Cavill come back, be in the post-credit scene. They absolutely want to make money. But, it's not one of their kids. This was of the previous regime's movie. And so they may not feel real precious about it. On the pro side, though, even if it does end up losing a bit of money, like if it does end up being a money loser, I don't think it's going to lose a lot. I think it'll make enough that the losses will be mitigatable, let's say. But if it does end up losing money, there is an argument to be made saying, look, people had a lot of fun with the movie and they are more likely to come back. And maybe the word is spread. Like if we make another one and maybe even make it a little bit better, that the next one will have a much better shot at being profitable. So there's arguments to be made on both sides, I guess.
Yeah.
But it could be significant. Questions for you guys. First of all, what did you think of Black Adam? Did you just think it was stupid, or did you think it was, it's stupid, but it's really fun? How do you guys feel about it? Do you think a Chinese ban, number one, do you think that's real? Do you think we're going to find out that's legitimate? Maybe not. But if it is, do you think it's going to have a major, major impact on how Black Adam does and maybe even the future of Black Adam in the DCU? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Stamps.com. Guys, it happens every holiday season. No matter how prepared we think we are for the season, it always turns out we're nowhere near as prepared as we thought we were, especially with our shipping. And right about now, seasonal excitement, or dread as the case may be, is really starting to settle in, especially for small businesses. Slaying through traffic to the post office, inboxes more like a blizzard than a winter wonderland, rushing to send cards and gifts to your loyal clients. The good news is it's not too late to get your holiday mailing and shipping under control with Stamps.com. Sign up now and you'll be printing your own postage in minutes. Because Stamps.com is your one-stop shop for all of your shipping and mailing needs. Get access to the United States Postal Service and UPS services that you need to run your business right from your computer. Up to 86% off. So this holiday season, trade late nights for silent nights and get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code Campea for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code Campea.